So yeah, death battle suggestions. First one, Captain America versus Kamen Rider Jade. I want this. Kamen Rider Ichigo. So the first Kamen Rider going up against, the first quotation marks Avenger. So Captain America versus Kamen Rider Ichigo. I want that fight to happen because, for once, Kamen Rider, not that much people know it. It would be pretty cool if it happened. Also, Captain Captain America is a pretty badass guy. It's just a guy with a fucking shield, but other than that, yeah. Also, Kamen Rider J has a shitload of weapons too. And I think it'd be a pretty good fight between Kamen Rider Ichigo and Captain America. This fight I think this fight is better than Captain America versus Deathstroke, but okay. Next fight. Godzilla versus Eva Unit 1. So I want the Evangelion unit to go up against Godzilla because, this fight's been pretty suggested, but it's not, it's been ignored for a long time. And since Godzilla's some badass motherfucker, I think it'd be a pretty cool to have an Evangelion unit to go up against him. Both are from Japan and are really, high respected, properties. And there was in fact this little TV spot of a little teaser trailer of Shin Godzilla fighting an Evangelion unit, the Eva Unit 1. So I think it'd be a pretty cool, battle. I think it'd be a pretty close one. Third fight. Godzilla versus the Colossal Titan. Toho versus Okay. Now, both of these icons are from Japan, and yeah. Anyways, we're using you might be asking, well, Ivan the Stonksmaster, what variation of Godzilla are you using in this fight? Well, we're gonna be using 1954 Godzilla since he's the closest one in size to, Colossal Titan. Now, the Colossal Titan is a pretty buff chat of a fucking monster, and he could deliver some of the heaviest steamy punches out there. But Godzilla's atomic breath might help him in this fight. So I think these two both have their advantages and weaknesses. But in the end, I do think that it would be a really close fight, and it would be a really good one. There's a fucking fly in here, Jesus Christ. Fourth fight. Cloud Strife versus Ichigo Kurosaki. I think this fight would be a pretty good fight because both of them have a lot of experience and both of them, are very strong characters, strong protagonists. And both of them have large-ass anime swords. Yeah. Those three reasons are the only reasons why. Also, the hairstyle looks pretty good, too. That's just something random. Why did I say that? Jesus Christ. Yeah, anyways, I think it'd be a pretty interesting fight to have Cloud Strife go up against Ichigo Kurosaki. Yeah. Fifth fight. Red versus SCP-682. Now, Red is pretty much just my sleep paralysis demon. Even though he's an actual creepypasta from the NES Godzilla game. Now, I think it'd be a really cool fight if it went against SCP-682, who's pretty much fucking indestructible. Now, 682 is a pretty formidable opponent, but how about Red? Well, Red can take a lot of hits from a kaiju like Godzilla, the Atomic Breath, Mothra's laser beams attacking, yeah. And plus, the fact that he can swallow Mothra and Godzilla whole is just horrifying. He also has a lot of other weapons too. So to make this fight a little bit more fair for Red, this fight's gonna take place in his world, in his video game dimension. So yeah. Sixth fight, Palutena versus Mothra. Now I'm not good at these freaking death battle posters, but still I'm gonna keep doing this. So both of these are like a virtue of light, both are like good guys or good girls, I guess. Mothra is I know she's bigger and all, but I think since both of them have advantages and disadvantages against each other, I think it'd be a pretty cool fight. But I'm kind of leaning to the edge of Mothra here. But hey, what's your opinion? Next fight, VRex versus the Rancor. Peter Jackson's King Kong versus Star Wars. Anyways, I think this fight would be a pretty good fight. The Rancor is just a giant, buff, ugly, deformed monster with giant tumor hands. Yeah. And the VRex, well, it's just a T-Rex on steroids. How cool is that? And both of these are very tall. Creatures, so yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good fight. So, next one, Duncan versus Bruce Lee. Now, you might be asking, well, are you just shitting on Colossal Kaiju combat, I guess? Well, no, I'm not, and I apologize if I offended the furry community. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended you guys. If I offended any of you furries out there, I'm sorry. I know there was other reasons why Colossal Kaiju Combat went down in history as one of the most incomplete games out there. I'm sorry, okay? I just wanted to say that. Anyways, I think Duncan should fight Bruce Lee. It's not as a joke fight, but an actual fight. Now, Duncan is, what I read, has, a lot of martial arts skills, but so does Bruce Lee. And we're not going to be using actual human Bruce Lee. We're going to be using movie verse, like the film verse Bruce Lee, like fictional Bruce Lee, with a badass kung fu Jeet Kune Do wielding nunchuck fucker. He's going to be fighting Duncan. But I know Duncan is like 100 feet tall or so we're going to scale him down to human size, So yeah. 9 foot. Tai Long versus Tai Li. Tai Long and Tai Li are similar because both are very, athletic and have a lot of agility. And plus, both of them have an attack where they just jab their weak points and they just, fall down paralyzed for, a short amount of minutes. They were just like that. And considering the fact that one of them is an upright, tall, 6'7" fucking snow leopard and the other is just a little girl who's not even freaking 18 yet, I think it'd be a pretty interesting fight. Both are athletic, and yeah, both have a lot of martial arts skills. Next fight, Thanos versus Planet Eater Ghidorah. Now this fight will be pretty interesting because, Thanos has all the Infinity Gauntlets and can pretty much just worth time. Well, Planet Eater Ghidorah is just pretty much indestructible. Like, he's pretty much immortal at this point, unless some guy is just possessed or something. I think it'd be a pretty good fight. I think, once Thanos realizes he can't physically harm Ghidorah, he might try to aim for the black holes that Ghidorah comes down from. But I don't really know if he's gonna find out who's the actual guy controlling it. Because if you guys and gals watch the Godzilla anime series of Planet of the Monsters, you might know where Ghidorah's origins come from. It's like this cult-like origin. Anyways, I think a fight between Thanos with all the Infinity Stones going against, Planet Eater Ghidorah, who's thousands of kilometers long, is a pretty good fight. Next fight, Kenshi versus Samurai Jack. Now, besides the fact that both of them have katanas, I'm pretty sure that I want this fight to still happen, because, both are skilled. Now, if this outcome is gonna turn out like the same outcome of Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai, then no. Because Kenshi has telepathic powers that can just, do some force shit. Just flinging opponents everywhere. And considering the fact that he's blind and he can still fight, it's gonna be pretty impressive. Now Samurai Jack has a katana which can, defeat Aku and some other demons and shit like that. But it's just a normal katana. It doesn't have the it's not like a spiritual giga chat of a katana. No, it's just a regular katana. So a fight between these two would be pretty interesting. Next fight. Yeah, yay, we're halfway there. Halfway done with these suggestions. Hiccup and Toothless versus Jake Long. Now Jake Long, it's a dragon who knows martial arts and he can kick the shit out of bad guys. Now, Toothless is this giant black dragon who can just shoot plasma balls, and Hiccup has a flaming sword. Now, it's a 2v1 battle, and I don't think Hiccup is going to make that much of a difference in the battle. Considering, oh my god, there's a fly in my face. Considering the fact that Jake Long can fight ghosts and knows martial arts, I think it's gonna earn him the win here. But who do you guys think would have won, Hiccup or Toothless? Next fight, Gaelic versus Simon Belmont. Now, if you play Raid Shadow Legends, you might recognize this guy. Yes, Gaelic is from Raid Shadow Legends. But meanwhile, Simon Belmont is from, Castlevania. Now, I don't know why I put Gaelic on this list, but I tried finding the best fit fighter for him so it'd be equal, and I decided Simon Belmont was the best choice. I don't know why. So yeah, Gaelic versus Simon Belmont. Gaelic is a pretty strong orc who has a lot of strength, but so does Simon Belmont. And Simon has a cool lot of whips and chains and spears and like that. But Gaelic can raise hellfire, and plus he has a shitload of axes. So yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good fight. Next fight, Jade versus Donatello. Besides the fact that both of them have bow staffs, I think it'd be a pretty cool fight. But I think I have to give the edge to, Donatello. Donatello has made a little bit more adjustments to his staff, electroshock, and plus he's a turtle, so he has a hard back, a hard shell on his back for protection. But Jade has that fidget spinner blade thing where she can just throw and just yeet that shit at Donnie. So yeah. But it'll still be a pretty interesting fight to see, Jade versus Donatello. Next fight. Ultraman versus Mechagodzilla. Now, Ultraman is a pretty iconic character, superhero in Japan. He's like the Japanese version of Superman and Captain America, Spider-Man. He's is Japan's superhero. Ultraman, yeah. But we also have Mechagodzilla, and we're using the 2021 version since he's pretty much the biggest variation and plus one of the most powerful. Yeah. Anyways, I think it would be a really close fight considering the fact that both of them are pretty much OP. But I had to give the edge to Ultraman on this one. I think Ultraman might win this. I don't know, but what are your opinions? Ultraman is basically like Goku levels of, like fighting power, So yeah. Next fight. Master Shifu versus Master Splinter. Both of these anthropomorphic animals are just like mentors of their students. Master Shifu, Kung Fu is, teaches the Furious Five and Po. Master Splinter teaches the fucking Ninja Turtles. Now, when both of these guys just, freaking fight each other, it's gonna be a weird one, because Master Splinter is, towers over Shifu, but Shifu's fast as frick, boy. Right, and just to let you know, Shifu's a red panda, okay? And Splinter's a rat. There. And speaking of the devil of Goku, we have Goku going up against Ultraman Belial. Now, Belial, if you don't know him, he's the main antagonist of the Ultraman saga. He's very powerful too. He has killed many Ultramen in the past. Yeah. He literally killed Ultramen. And yes, there's more than one Ultraman, okay? He literally killed many Ultramen in the past. And as I said before, Ultraman pretty much is just Goku level powers. It's fucking OP. Yeah, Ultra. Oh my god. Belial can also summon, previous Ultraman monsters as his aid. But since that Belial's, more, taller, a little bit taller, you know what I mean? We're gonna scale him down to human size, so yeah. He also has a staff, which can shoot shotgun laser blast. You can use it as a weapon too, as a bludgeon weapon too. Next, battle? Katara versus Darth Vader. Now, this would be an unfair fight if it weren't for, if you actually knew their freaking abilities. Katara can waterbend and she can bloodbend as well. And she's pretty skilled at both of those skills. If you don't know, bloodbending is when you can control the blood in your opponent's body and literally make them do whatever the hell you want. You can literally, just squish them to death if you wanted to. But Darth Vader, on the other hand, has the Force, and he has a cool laser sword. So it's kind of like who's who strikes first. Does Darth Vader just bring in the little girl and just slice her in half, or does Katara cripple the old man and then stomps on his head? It's a really close fight, but I don't really know. Katara or Darth Vader? Next fight. Shadow Fight 3 character versus Scorpion. Oh my god. Okay. Now, if you might be asking, why the fuck is this fight possible? Well, we're gonna be using this guy right here. He's the guy in the thumbnail, the warrior in the thumbnail of the Shadow Fight 3 game. Once you download Shadow Fight 3, there's this guy on the cover of the game, the app game. Yeah, it's him. Well, we're gonna be using him to go against Scorpion. Now, if you've seen my Shadow Fight 3 gameplays, you know that each fighter has their own, each character, once you evolve, each artifact, weapon, hat, or helmets, chest plates, and everything, they each have their own shadow ability. So, yeah. So, who's who, it's gonna be like a 50-50 chance. Scorpion is no pushover, though. He literally is a hellspawn who can breathe fire out of his mouth and can survive in the underworld, basically. And also he has a chain with the iconic "Get over here!" catchphrase. I don't really know who wins. This guy has a katana, but so does Scorpion. He has a wakizashi, too, with giant kunai spear. I don't know which is which, though. Next battle, Wii Fit Trainer versus Liu Kang. I don't know why we're using this. The Wii Fit Trainer, we're using the Super Smash Bros. Variation because, regular Wii Fit Trainer can't do shit, so we're using this one. I don't know why they even added the Wii Fit Trainer to Smash roster. But fuck it, am I right? Yeah, meanwhile, Liu Kang, very athletic, He also has a lot of skills with nunchucks and weapons and can turn into a freaking dragon. Because I think it'd be a really close fight between Liu Kang and Wii Fit Trainer, but hey, who do you think would win? Also, if you don't disagree with me with these, if you don't agree with my picks, then okay, your opinion. And also, why does it look like Liu Kang's wearing a freaking biker jacket? Look at Liu Kang. Okay, next fight. Jack Frost versus Zuko. Jack Frost is from the movie called The Guardians, I think. No, I forgot what the movie, but I watched it before. I watched it 2 times. I forgot what was it called. Goddamn. Oh my god. Okay. So both are just edgy teenagers with powers. And basically it's just fire and ice, hot and cold. Yeah. Jack Frost has a freaking stick, and with that he can create ice and cold. Meanwhile, Zuko can just firebend, and he has 2 Dao swords. If you don't know, a Dao is a Chinese sword. He can just fling that shit around. I don't know who's who. I don't know who would win in a fight. The icy coldness of Jack Frost or the fiery hot temper of Zuko. Who'd win? Tell me in the comments. Cabal versus Quicksilver. I was originally going to put Cabal up against Flash, but Flash is too fast. So I chose Quicksilver. I don't know the freaking logic of that, but it's okay. So yeah, both are very fast. That's all I can say. And considering the fact is that Cabal has a Shuangu or hook swords, he can literally just hook onto Quicksilver and just rip into his elbows or shoulders and just Just like rip into him. Next fight, Gaston going and get versus that guy from every Deer Hunter game. Now, back then, around 2014, 2013, if you had an iPhone back then and you went onto the App Store, you would probably find a game called Deer Hunter. Oh yeah, we're getting back to nostalgic memory now. You remember that one? You remember that one game made by Glue, which is like a game company? Yeah, remember him? Yeah. Anyways, they made a game called Deer Hunter, and it was pretty explosive back then. Bang! You could shoot freaking animals around the world. So imagine these two guys going up against each other. Gaston is, of course, the antagonist from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Meanwhile, this guy, the Deer Hunter, he's he's pretty skilled. You can upgrade. He has a gun and everything. He also has a knife, but he has shit hand-to-hand skills. So I don't know, Gaston versus Deer Hunter guy. Who'd win, according to you guys? Last but not least, Kozorog versus King Kong. 2005 King Kong versus Kozorog the Demon. Now, Kozorog the Demon is from Animal Revolt, and King Kong 2005 is from Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson's King Kong, Now, considering the fact that Kozorog the Demon is literally taller than a Spinosaurus, I say they're pretty equal when it comes to height. Now, Kozorog can do flaming kicks, and he has a giant tusk blade thing which can just jab into his opponents. King Kong can also use items too. He's pretty athletic as well. You can also break heads and everything. You can use rocks. Anyways, I don't know who'd really win, Kozorog or Kong. Anyways, that's all for today, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. God damn it.